Is Christmas in 2 days and you haven't made anything for Christmas dessert yet? Well, then this is the video for you, because today I'm going to be showing you how to make these 3 super easy Christmas treats. First, we have these popcorn balls, and then these pretzel button Hershey Kiss things, and then gingerbread truffles. So first, for the popcorn balls, this is what you're going to need. You're going to start by popping 2 bags of popcorn and then dumping them out into a bowl so you can separate out the popcorn kernels from the popped popcorn. Basically, you just want enough popcorn as is going to fit in your largest bowl that you're going to be using to make the marshmallow mixture for your popcorn balls. Next, in your largest pot, you're going to want to melt together the butter and the marshmallows. So we used an entire bag of marshmallows and 5 tablespoons of butter for this. And at first it looks like it's not going to melt, but I promise it will. Just give it a few minutes to heat up. And you're going to want to melt this on a medium to low heat. I went lower because I was afraid of burning the marshmallows, but it ended up being totally fine. So medium-low will work for this. Once everything is melted, you're going to add 3/4 tablespoons of vanilla and a pinch of salt, and then you're going to dump in your popcorn and mix that in. And it will take a while and it is very sticky, but I promise it'll come together and you can make your popcorn balls. And you're going to want to lay out your cupcake liners on a baking sheet so you can move your popcorn balls around. And then you're going to want to spray your hands with Pam or some sort of nonstick spray because this stuff is sticky, and you'll see later that I didn't spray enough, so really spray your hands with this stuff. And then you're going to want to pick up enough popcorn mixture to make a small ball that'll fit inside the cupcake liner. So this ball ended up being a little bit too big, but I think that works because then people can choose how much popcorn ball they want. But here you can see that ball is pretty big, and the later ones aren't that big, but whatever, it's fine. And this process will go by faster if you have a friend helping you, which I did, and it was really helpful. But you can see that we ended up making not as many popcorn balls as I thought, but you can just put them all on the same tray, and then you can add your sprinkles. And then you have these delicious popcorn balls, which are very good, but very sticky. So just be warned, if you've got a thing of it sticky, don't make these. So now we're gonna do the Hershey Kiss M&M pretzel button things. I'm not sure what they're called, but you're gonna wanna lay out your pretzels onto a thing of parchment paper because the melted chocolate will get on your pan if you're not careful. So then you're going to unwrap your kisses or your hugs and lay them out on your pretzels. And again, this will go by faster if you have a friend to help you, which eventually I did rope someone in to help me and it moved along a little faster. But either way, it's going to take a while. This is a little tedious. And once all your kisses are laid out, you're going to want to put this in the oven at 200 degrees for 5 minutes, just long enough to melt the chocolate. And white chocolate melts faster than dark chocolate, but either way it'll still work. Just put your little M&Ms on top of the kisses, and the weight of the M&M will smush them down into the chocolate. And you're going to want to let these cool completely before you put them in a box or let's set them out to eat, because otherwise chocolate will get everywhere. You're going to want to put them in the fridge. And here they are once they've completely cooled. They're super tasty and probably the easiest thing on this video to make, and I highly recommend. And then lastly, we are going to be doing the gingerbread truffles with ginger snaps, cream cheese, and white chocolate. So first you're going to take your bag of ginger snaps. You could make gingerbread cookies, but I couldn't find the stuff to make them. And you're going to want to figure out a way to crush them. If you have a food processor, just use that, but I don't. So here you can see me trying to figure out a way to smash them. I used a rolling pin, and that kind of worked. We ended up putting them in a blender, that kind of worked. But basically what you're trying to do is make your cookies into powder in any way that you can, trying to keep out as many chunks as possible. Either way, once you have crushed up cookies, you're going to add a block of softened cream cheese and mix that together well. You want to try not to overmix it because then it'll mess with the texture of your truffles, but I think that's kind of hard to do. I mixed it for a while and it ended up being totally fine. Either way, once they're mixed, you're going to want to roll your cookie dough ball mixture into little balls. So you're going to want to make them about 1 inch in diameter. Just roll them around in your palms and you get small cookie truffle sides. And then just do the rest of your dough, and once they're all rolled out, you're going to want to throw them in the fridge or the freezer if you want to make it go by faster, to solidify them, to get them ready to put in your candy coating to make your truffles. Here I just used these white colored meltables. You could use white chocolate or candy quick, whatever you have. And you're gonna wanna just put those in the microwave for however long the directions say to put them in for. The hard part, putting the balls in your candy coating and trying to make them look nice at the same time. So they're gonna end up lumpy. You're gonna just have to accept that. But I promise they taste so good that it doesn't matter that they're lumpy. Just power through and know that when you put cinnamon on top of them, it'll hide a lot of issues. So you're gonna just wanna dump a ball in, roll it around, get it covered in the candy coating, and then while they're still wet, you're gonna wanna put a little bit of cinnamon on top. I found it hard to sprinkle a small amount of cinnamon on them, but even the ones that had a ton of cinnamon tasted okay, so I'm not even sure if the cinnamon does anything aside from hide your ugly, lumpy chocolate coating. Either way, it turned out fine. And here were my finished truffles. And even though they're ugly, they tasted amazing. And now, after only a couple hours, we have these delicious Christmas treats. The hardest part is just waiting for them to all cool, but that's what the fridge is for. But either way, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you make some of these Christmas treats, and I hope you have a great socially distanced Christmas.